let's fast forward. These are some of the things that I faced in my life. So when I say young people, let me start with the young people. When I say young people say, I can't do it, the work is too hard. I'm like, you never suffer. You never, if I talk to some people, say, my daddy, my mommy, so I'm trying to, the solution for this child, take him to the village. If he carry basket of cassava 2 times, he go understand. If he till ground 2 times, he go understand. You never suffer. You never suffer. So you take everything easy. That's how I talk to young ones. I say, it doesn't mean that you have to suffer. But where you see people don't want to do anything, the problem is doing. They are not doing anything. They don't want to do. So I went through all of these things. I was 20 years old when I landed in Lagos. 20 years old. 20. And I started all over again. All over. I started sweeping the floor for people before I would eat. I started fetching water for people before I would eat. I started washing clothes for people. I did a lot of things. I started working in church. All the big boys in church, I was a riffraff. In my mind, when I hear them talk, I say, this one, no good for which I get. But I don't say it. I just do what I need to do. They will come to church late to do everything. I was busy. I started by carrying wire for the guy that's doing the sound. Okay, I said, put it there. Take it there. Go and buy fuel. Service is 6:30. I'll go and buy fuel. I was paying attention. I said, we need to learn that thing called mixer. And one day, how do you do it? I learned it. I learned mixer. One day was not around. I did it myself. After a while, my pastor started calling me. Why is it not working? I'll go to him. Why is it not working? Before you knew it, Raymond has become a sound engineer. Excuse me, please. Raymond has become a sound engineer. Then, little by little, as they brought camera, I said, how do you do camera? How do we do it? I started putting eye. I was always available. Before you knew it, Raymond is a cameraman. I was doing. I said, okay, where is the best place in this Lagos? They say it's VI and Ikeja. I said, VI. I said, how can we get a job in VI? Shut up! We don't tell Lagos, so we don't want to get a job for VI. You just come yesterday, you won't get a job for VI. Come on for here. I said, okay, no wahala. Because you were the one feeding me. You were the one giving me money to eat. A few months later, I got a job in VI. I was determined, I got a job. It was a cleaning job, but it was in VI. I was cleaning the floor, but it was in VI. So I began to understand. I started seeing big men. I started seeing tall buildings. I'm like, whoa. Then when my bosses are discussing, I will sit down there. I'll be hearing everything. They'll be talking about millions, thousands of naira. I'm like, wow. I'm listening. I will hear. No, so I gave him the deal. I signed the contract. Don't do that. You have to tell the lawyer. I'm like, okay, lawyer, it's okay. I learned. As I speak to you now, let's leave all the stories now. So that the things I will say with boldness, say, what did they do this one? You carry us one, they talk to us anyhow. Now lie. I don't tell you the story. I remember the first day I wanted to fly plane. I called my friends. I called them. I gathered them. I said, bro, guys, when I come, I go Abuja. Say what you want to do. I said, I have to go do passport. I want to do my passport. They said, Abuja, I will take one. I said, so I want to take flight. Raymond, you don't start. Now I said, so big things will be talk. You want to go Abuja, you get money. I said, we will look for the money. The thing is, enough of entering road. And I'm made to understand that Abuja road is bad. So I want to enter flight. So I'm not calling people to give me money, but I just want you to know that I will enter flight. And I want evidence, that you people are my evidence. They yab me, they laugh me. Raymond, talk about another thing. As at that time, I didn't have the cash. And I need to go the next day. But I just knew I need to do flights. My friend now brought out his app. He said, God is good motto is 10,500. To and fro is 20,000, Raymond. In a check flight. If flight is 35K, Raymond, you go come and get change. I said, no, we are doing flights. Meanwhile, I have called a lot of people I needed money. As soon as I left them, the first money entered. Bam! I said, we are doing flights. I called my friend. He still worked in Ghana, he's in Abuja now. I said, bro, please, I was talking to you about flight, and I was telling you to teach me how do you enter flight, what do you need to do, how do you sit down. I've asked all those questions over the time. So I said, no, I stand to take the flight. I'm traveling to Nuru. Say, you're telling me now? I said, book for me, please. I'm traveling to Nuru. I wasn't sure I would get the money. So Raymond, you know this faith thing, say, he booked flight for me. The next morning I told my guys, so I'm going to the airport now. I will take a flight. They're like, what? Really? I said, yes. All of them, they never take flight. See, now, still I'm not taking flight. And that was like some 3-4 years ago. They still are not taking flight. As I speak to you now, I'm a sound engineer, professional one. I'm a multimedia is too big. I can do videography. I can do photography. I edit videos. Please, all my skills, all the guys that work with me, if you know what, I can do live streaming. When I say I'm a sound engineer, some of you think, now just to plug one thing. I will say it later. I worked in a church where we do program at the National Stadium. I am the multimedia director. I decide what speaker we use at the stadium. I became too big, I can't be plugging speakers again. I have men working for me. To be specific, I worked in a Christ Embassy church. For those of who is a Christ Embassy member here? Anyone? Thank God, no one there. I worked in a Christ Embassy church because sometimes they will not meet me later. Which is your pastor? I don't want that. I don't want to do that here. I'm not angry, but I just don't want to do religious stuff. Like, allow me stay. So I work in a Christ Embassy church to the level that I was heading over 350 churches across the world as the technical director. So those in India, if they need to do anything technical-wise, they call me. If they call my pastor will refer them to Raymond. Small boy. I was in church, working day and night. When they offered one time, there's one big church in Lagos. They heard about me and they invited me. They needed to pay me 350K a day to do a job. I accepted. I didn't know it was a Sunday. I thought it was a Saturday. I said, okay, let's go now. They said it's tomorrow. I said, no, I can't leave my church. They thought it was about a church team. No, I've known something called relationships. Most of you don't know how to build relationships. So if I go to that church, how can I prove to my pastor that what I'm doing is not about money? Because I've been telling my pastor, don't pay me. I worked for 10 years. I said, I don't want to be paid. My pastor is a multi-millionaire. Some of the things I know today, I learned from him. Some of you don't know how to do things. Everything, money. Pay me money. Give me money. See, money is the least thing that you can ever make in this life. Money is so simple to make. It's the easiest thing. People that have been working with my pastor for 10 years, they can't enter his office. I can. Relationship, privileges. I will walk to my pastor's office. My pastor can travel to Canada anyway. I will chat with my pastor. I told my friends my guy's story one day. We were doing something in church and the zonal choir wanted to rehearse. Over 300 people, they wanted to rehearse, including some pastors. As they were rehearsing, something happened to the small gen. I ran to 1 or 2 a.m. in the night. That's the end. You know why? Nobody there on the bigger generator. You can't, based on protocols. And the people that they are calling to on it or not on it because of diesel, those ones were not picking because they were sleeping. And everybody, I said, what is going on now? Why are we not doing the answer? Let them on the gen. And they say, no, we can't on it. I said, why? They say, we have to call this. I said, call who? I picked my phone. I called the man that have the ability to say yes or no. I called my pastor in the middle of the night. I said, Pastor, sir. He said, Raymond, why are you calling me by this time? I said, Pastor, I'm sorry. There's just a challenge. Let me go straight to the point. They are rehearsing right now. I say, I'm aware. I said, but the small gen is bad. Please, I need permission. I will stand for them. Let's on the big gen. I just need permission. He said, Raymond, I will hold you to this. Turn on the gen and turn it off by 5 a.m. I said, yes, sir. Few seconds. Handed it. I said, Pastor, I've granted on the gen. I went. All the other persons were looking at me like, how did this guy do it? But they were there. They were not serving. They were not doing anything. Everything is money. If you don't pay me, I will not come. If you don't pay me, I will not come. No, until you start doing more than what you are paid for, that's when you will get more. You're only doing what they paid you for. It's only what they paid you for you are doing. No. The work I was doing, I had people that do it in other churches, they paid them 400K. Yet, I didn't have a bank account. You don't understand. I didn't care about money to the extent that I didn't have a bank account. If my pastor wants to send me money to do a program, 400,000, they want to send it to the accountant. The accountant will send it to one of the church staff that will be in church. It's not that there's a particular one. Which one is in church now that can give Raymond the cash? I didn't have a bank. At 30 years old, I didn't have a bank account. I was serving. I was busy. I wanted to be the best there was. Plenty times people will submit CV. Some of you say, they fired me, I lose my job. You are not relevant. That's how you lose your job. You are very irrelevant. I told you I will upset some of you. You are very irrelevant. They will send CV to my pastor to collect my job. My pastor will call me and show me the CV. He says, see, somebody wants to take your job. I said, Pastor, give them now. He said, so that I will suffer, Abi. I'm not giving them. I just wanted you to know that people want your job. I said, no problem, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. These people are more qualified than me. They are more schooled than me. But pastor knows that this one's after 2 months they will ask for money, and they may not deliver as I deliver. I was good, I was delivering. All the things I'm doing to do business now, these are normal things I will do for free on a daily. I will do them for free. But people pay me big, hugely for them. Why? Because over the years I've trained myself. Let me say something so I'll come back so that you understand. How will I say it that people will not detect exactly? I'm just like 3 days old in this Abuja that I came to now. If I tell you how many deals I've seen, let me tell you, when I went on ITV, when I was done talking on air, the general manager sent for me. Who does that? He said, who is that guy? I said, I want to see him. Meanwhile, to enter the general manager office now, protocol. I am not a preparing man. I am a prepared man. All these years, it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert in whatever you do. That thing you are doing that you can, no business, no, you don't do it 10,000 hours. You do this one today, after 6 months, it not work. That thing not they work, now so then they talk, you can't go this side again. You have wasted your hours everywhere. I stayed on IT for 14 years. If you bring any IT person, if they jam me, for 14 years. We went somewhere yesterday, I and some of my team members. It was a studio, and when we got there, we were waiting for the studio manager to come up. And while we were there, they had issue with their laptop and some stuff. So I just looked at it. Just by looking, I just told the guy, hey, this issue you're having, we start this, and that's it. And the guy was like, who do you think you are? So me, I kept quiet. I did it because I just know it. So, that's the answer. So the guy battled and battled and battled. Yes, princess, she's gone out. That was why Bushi was laughing. Bushi heard what I told the guy. And Bushi has experienced it. He knows me that when I tell people what to do and they don't do it, I will keep quiet. He knows. So he was laughing. This guy will suffer today. He battled, and after 10 minutes, his boss now came and joined him. They battled together. You know what? I didn't say anything. The boss heard when I was telling him. So the boss felt like, who is this one? So I kept quiet. So they battled, and after like 15 and the client was waiting. If they were working for me, I'll fire them. The client was waiting. You mean you keep a client for something you solve for 1 minute? You don't know anything. You're not good at what you're doing. And I gave you a solution, you refused. After 20 minutes, the man said, maybe we will restart her. I felt like slapping 2 of them together. What I've told you since 1 minute ago, 15 minutes or 20 minutes ago. So you have to be extremely good at what you do. You have to be extremely good at what you do. Extremely good to the extent that if they bring other competitor, you don't need to talk, they will take you. Bring other people that are like me. Hey, I don't bother. I always tell my friends and everybody, don't try to compete with me. It's a waste of time. I go use you to shine. I'm not joking. I was talking to this guy and I was crying. I say, you see me solve problems in 2 minutes. It cost me sometimes 2 years to learn how to solve it in 2 minutes. There were nights where I walked till the next day. I was still walking till the next day. I was still walking. I was still studying. Meanwhile, some of my friends now, in those days, they were doing big boys, carrying girls up and down. They had all the best girlfriends. There is no kind of girl that I cannot have. Where are they now? I'm not saying all of them are totally bad, but most of them, where are they now? Where are they now? I'm not yabbing them. I'm pointing something out to you. You have to be extremely good at what you do. If you say na fashion you won't do it, no one so if they need anything about fashion, now you they go ask. I've got to the stage in the things I do. When you ask everybody, they'll say who you ask. After they've concluded, they'll say, you don't ask Raymond. They've concluded though. One time we had a meeting. A very big meeting. And the people in the meeting were CEOs of banks, CEOs of, not CEOs of banks, like managers of banks, top guys that have their own businesses. My pastor is also a multi-millionaire. So, after the meeting, they were discussing some technical stuff. They want to buy some equipment. They want to do this. When they were done, my pastor just wanted to sign the check. Then he just said, wait, here's Raymond. I was the sound engineer. So, I'm always in every meeting. So, I was the one operating the sound for them to hear. He said, wait, where's Raymond? He said, what are we discussing, sir, when Raymond is here? These guys are not my mates. I can't roll where they roll. He said, where's Raymond? What are we discussing? And they had to call Raymond to come. And I stood, lanky boy, I stood in front of all the pastors. Good afternoon, sir. Pastor said, don't worry. Just tell us. So this thing that they have said now, they said it's going to cost 8.5 million naira. What do you think? Should we get this? These people have been in meeting for 2 hours. deliberating. Over 42 pastors, they've been raising their hand. Excuse me, sir. What I think, there's one company, I was at the back, setting some for them. I was really angry that all this thing is rubbish. I knew the answer in the tip of my hands, but I wasn't saying anything because I'm not supposed to be in the meeting. I'm only privileged to be there because when my pastor said, I said, sir, he said, Raymond, don't worry, talk. I'm here with you now. Nobody's going to beat you. I said, Pastor, these things that you've said, there's no company that can do all of this. He said, that's what I'm saying. You see, that's why you are here. You see, you are blessed. So there's one company, and we are busy saying, yeah. I said, so which company is that? I didn't say the name is, I brought out my phone. I said, Pastor, let me call them. Some of you, your boss is asking you a question, you are talking story, you are explaining. What are you explaining? Give him the answer. I brought up, I said, Pastor, let me call them. Say, you have their number. I say, I'm calling them now. I called them, I put it on speaker. I wasn't trying to say, let's make 4 million. Let me tell them it's 5 million so that I can make 1 million. It's a waste of time. Let me tell you something. Should I tell you why it's a waste of time? Making money, you don't need to cut corner. Let me finish the first story. The ITV general manager told me, come and manage our social media. I know this, brother, I know they submit CV. Till now, I never submit CV. Which CV I want to submit? Which school I go? I know they submit CV. I am my CV. I have never pitched to anybody. Never. I just keep producing results. So one of the reasons I'm doing this, that's why it's recorded. I will put it online. I had a meeting in Abuja. Do you know how many people will listen? Do you know how she met me? I did a seminar like this, and I was sharing my stories. She was touched, and she called me. She was in Kaduna or Kano. I was in Lagos. She called me. If I tell you how many people I've met, I have students around the world. Students around the world. Students around the world. As I speak to you right now, in these 3 days that I've come to Abuja, I have a multi-millionaire that is doing a business with me. In these 3 days. I just spoke. Now talk, we just talk. I went to, okay, you didn't go with us to ITV, right? Who was with us at ITV? I thought, one Alhaji, big man. He was advising us, I look very small, I don't look like anything is happening. I advised us and said, yes, sir, thank you, sir. Meanwhile, he didn't know I was going on set. So he sat down watching the TV, and I went to say, when I was done talking, as I came out, before I left, I said, sir, thank you for advising me. Sir, can I have your card or your number? So he reluctantly gave it to me because I was bold, and people were there. So he said, it's not hard now, I'm not a kid. He reluctantly gave it to me. When I was done talking, as I was coming out of the studio, he said, please come. Make sure you test me. You are going to be useful to this country. He said, please. He's a big man, no? He had people there with him. He said, please, test me. We need to talk. He said, you will be useful in this country. You will be very useful. No. Would you? I said, yes, I will. I never say test time. But I go test time. I met like 4 millionaires in this Abuja. Now them, they test me. You know when you say, now them, they chase us, or now them, they pursue us. Now them. Now then they rush us. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. But it didn't happen overnight. That's why I showed you all the history. So doing this thing now, do you know what I'm doing? It's what we call marketing. Right now, I'm marketing with over 700K. I have proof that I have done seminars. The pictures and the videos are the proof. That's why at the beginning I said, are we okay? Are we good? Because you're not going to waste my money. Are we good? Why would I spend 120K advertising? Do you know how I got to ITV? They saw my adverts. And they called me. They said, well, hello, my name is so. I'm from ITV, Independent Television. We saw your adverts that you want to do something big in Abuja. Please, we would like you to be on air. Where I was standing in my office, I was like, okay. So when we're done talking, he said, but it's going to cost some money. I said, all right, so how much is it? I need them more than they need me. My team members were saying, sir, but his money is much. How will you? I said, you are still learning. You never understand. The money goes where the attention goes. So all I'm doing right now is to grab Abuja's attention. So you think I came here to teach you for free? Leave that thing. Leave that thing. I know what I'm doing. It's marketing. In marketing, you go to the people. I know maybe this was not what they thought in school. I know. That's why it's not working. In marketing, you go to the people. In marketing, you go to the people. I will say it until you enter. In marketing, you go to the people. Whether you are going to use social media, whatever you use, you go to the people. You go to them. In sales, they come to you. So when I was advertising online, spending 12,000 every day, 120,000 for this program, I advertised. I was going to the people. I didn't know I was going to ITV. I was going to them. Sales is automatic if you do your marketing well. So that was automated. So they came to me. And right now they've sealed a lot of deals with me. I only told you the one they say I should manage social media. That's the only one I told you. So in marketing, you must go all out. You must announce yourself. Marketing is announcement. You cannot not announce yourself now. If you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. Let me say this one. I know some of you understand this one. Have you ever, anybody, if you have experienced this, just kind of raise your hand. Let me be sure. Have you ever been in any field of business, or you do any kind of business, and you found out that you saw a job that was done, and you're like, this job is so bad. Who do this job? And they did the job in a big place, and these people don't make money. How this job bad now? How do you do this kind of job? I don't know if you have seen it. Do you know what happened there? You were not known. People don't do business with you because they don't know you. The goal is to be known. The person they get that job to is the person they know. That general manager that said, bring this boy to me, is because he has come to know me now. He has had that issue since, but there's nobody to solve it. If I had not paid over 100,000 naira for the TV advert, 120k, if I had not paid it, I wouldn't be on set. Many people called me. I heard it on radio. Here's the program. And I understand how radio and TV works. Some people will save the number. They will not call you now. They will save the number and keep it. They are busy now. When they are ready, some of them will not even answer you. They will go and check you out. They will check you out on the internet and check everything. Okay. Okay. All right. Please, if you are here, send a WhatsApp message to that. That's my number. We want to use it to register you, to be sure that you are here. Any further meetings I want to do, any further training, if I need to send the audio, if I'm sending the audio, it may not be free. So know that. Okay? I may send TPS, I may send, so whatever I need to send. So if you don't have this number, save it. That's my number. I hope it's correct. 080-644-37169. So the number is with me, the phone is with me. So if you send a text, I will know. So send a WhatsApp message. Make sure you do it. I have an online school where I teach for free. I answer a lot of questions, real-time life questions, okay? Real-time business questions. I give ideas. I tell you, do this one to work, this like this. I connect people to people, like, okay, you want to do this. If you are trustworthy, if you are in my class and you are trustworthy, I can tell you, okay, call this number. Tell them from me, all right? And they will give you a job or give you a business or do whatever you need to do. I cannot do everything, no matter what it is. I can't. I have people that come to me, Sare, help me. I can't help you. You have not helped yourself. Oh, you didn't hear that one. Let me say it again. People come to me and say, Sare, help me. They call me Sare. My name is Raymond, but they call me Sare. All right? Say, Sare, help me. I say, I can't help you because you have not helped yourself. What does that mean? You don't look like somebody that needs help. Let me break this one down. How many of you have noticed that you have aunties or uncles or relatives or people that have money, but they don't give you money? But they spend money on other things and you're angry. How many of you? You do not qualify for that money. I never understood it until I started having money myself. I will have people with me like this. I will not give them 2,000. Another person that is qualified for the money will come and say, before they talk, I say, you don't have a phone? How can you not have a phone? Come and see me tomorrow. And I'm buying a phone, 80,000. Meanwhile, somebody else is with me. I didn't give them 2,000. They didn't qualify. I did not see any good in them. You never better yourself. You don't look like somebody that I could put something in. My money to you is a waste. That's why they've never given me money. The reason I make easy money now is because I went back to cook myself. I went to build myself for 10,000 hours. It takes 10,000 hours to be an expert in anything that you want to be in. It takes 10,000 hours. Ask yourself, have you done this thing for 3,000 hours? That's what statistics says. 10,000 hours. It means that you would have done it again and again and again and again and again, and you have known all the mistakes, all the errors. You understand how these things work. You have done it so much. See, in IT, it's difficult right now for you to bring any challenge in the whole of IT. I don't care what technology you want to talk about, and I will not give you the solution. When I mean I will not give you, I may not know how to do it myself. But I've so studied that I know all areas. All. You see, when I got to the TV station, I was mad. I was angry because the quality was poor. It was not as excellent as I wanted. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? What are you using this kind of camera? What's this? I felt bad. I'm like, okay, all right, calm down, bro, calm down. I had to calm myself down. Yesterday, we were talking in the house how that, Ray, these speakers are too big for this location. How can I use this speaker? People's ears will block. I had to start teaching them sound engineering at home. I had to explain there's something called speech transmitting index, STI. How clear is the sound? Sound is not noise. And I started telling them that when you go to some church, it's so loud. I said because the engineer is a parabo. On two, 1, 2. On two, testing the mic. What is that? Hello to a tway. Hello to a tway. Wait, are you? You see? So I said the speakers are big, yes, but there's a way to regulate them. Let me tell you another one. It is not about the equipment. It's about the person operating the equipment. I have produced results from nothing. From nothing. There were times I didn't have laptop. I used to borrow laptop. See, don't give me any excuse. Don't tell me it's not working. It's working. In fact, let me now start breaking it down. There were times where I didn't have laptop. I used to borrow laptop to use. I used to go to the cafe and volunteer to sweep the cafe and wash the cafe so that they would give me time to use the system and computer and internet. But right now, there's no kind of laptop I want to use that I cannot have. In fact, the other time somebody was arguing with me about my laptop, I just gave them the model and the name. I said, go and check the price on the internet. From not having laptop, the laptop I'm using now is over $1 million. So how can you buy a laptop for $1 million? What you do with laptop and what I do with laptop, they are not meet. They are not meet. From not having laptop, brother, I have given more than 12 laptops out. I've dashed. I'm like, wait, Alpha, you don't have laptop and you want to work, how are you going to? Because I know what it means not to have a laptop. So when I see somebody that is serious and really needs a laptop, I find a way to get him a laptop. I didn't used to have phone, but now, hey, I have given out plenty phone. In fact, before I used to give out fairly used phones, the one I've used before. Now I don't do it again. If I want to give somebody a phone, I buy them a new one. I say, you need a phone? Okay, we talk. I see that you really, I can, like you see, I do things for people that I know that they are in my life. Like, I can benefit. I don't get time. I know they pamper people. I know they lie. I go tell you, Baba, the reason I never give this 10K, you know if you help me. Gaskiani. Thank you. We are men. You know if you help me. If you go help me, I go give you 10K. Because I know I will get something back. That's why rich people don't give you money. And all of you, my team members are listening to me. They keep asking me, sir, how do you invest in us so much? How do you invest in us? I have tested you. You think you are the only one that I'm seeing? I have tested you. I've tested many people. I'm like, okay, this one will go far. Even if this one will misbehave in 10 years' time, before 10 years' time, I would have ripped all the things I'm putting in. Yes, the last person that disappointed me, I will not call his name or her name, disappointed me. I was crying. And I said, Lord, something is wrong. He said, no, you have not learned some business skills. I said, teach me. So those business skills, I don't invest in people that I cannot get. So as I'm investing in you, I'm collecting at the same time. I will make sure that you are okay. You have what you need to work with me. But as I'm investing, I'm collecting. So any day you decide to walk away, me too, I'll walk away. I will not lose. But most of you are so trusted people. He broke my heart. You gave him the heart, and you didn't collect his own. It broke my heart. No. See, that's what I told you. I will talk randomly, and you will learn. It's not about the 3 things that will make you successful. Leave those things. Leave them. We'll ask questions now. What's it by the time?